This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to this another video in Market Talk YouTube channel. So today in this video we will see the astro view for the coming week for week ending 1st October 2020. 2nd October is a holiday, so we will see what is the astro view for the coming week. Let us go to the astro point of view. So we'll start with the what are the conjunction other. If you see for the next week, the conjunction is just Moon and Saturn are conjuncting under its enemy sign. Okay, so that's the only conjunction happening in the on Monday. And also from the nakshatra point of view, the two big days will be the Monday and Tuesday, where Dhanishta and Shatabshadar. And the thing is that Moon and Saturn when they are conjuncting on a Monday, it was, if you see in the past also, on conjuncting it was a negative day. So these are the main points for the coming week. So Monday, Tuesday seems to be little very important days. Otherwise, other days remaining are normal days because every planets are in their own house. Let us just go through this is a chart, Farash chart, Bank Nifty, day by day. So coming to 20th, this is 20th September. If you see here, every planet are there different houses. There is no conjunction at all. Only Saturn, Moon are conjuncting. If you just see the next day, just I'm clicking this day, you can see Moon also separating on Tuesday. So not much of a problem, but however, Saturn's own house is a Kumbh also, Kumbh Rashi. So here a Moon is staying. So that way also the conjunction can be assumed. And then next day, next day also Moon is there, but half of the day he'll be leaving after that. And on 1st October, Moon is going to Meena Rashi. And now after that, if you see, everybody are in their own rashis, different houses. So no conjunction, no tension, no problems. But there will be some small confusion will be there. Some not confusion, some issue will be there. I will come to the point in the learning section also today. So before that, we'll go to the midpoint. Before that, let us go to the aspects also. Okay, there is something called aspect. Okay, so what happens is that these are the aspects. Just you remember this seventh house. Conjunction is the first house. Like two people who are enemy or not interested or don't like each other, staying in one house means then problem. No fight, and a lot of fight will happen. Okay, it's very difficult because face to face you have to see each other. But another thing is that whenever they are in seventh house, if you see here, Sun when you see seventh house, then any planet is there, it's enemy sign, enemy planet or is an unfriendly planet, then there is a confusion also possible. But it is like somebody like staying in enemy, your enemy staying in your own house is different and opposite house is different. Always whenever you see only you have fight or something problem and then you have some dispute, whatever is there. But the problem is less. Definitely there will be a problem if they're in seventh house. Moon when somebody is there, enemy house in the seventh, enemy planet in the seventh house, not the house. You have to see the enemy who is placed in seventh house. Mercury seventh house, Venus seventh house. Venus seeing somebody in seventh house, or somebody seeing Sun and Moon. Venus assume they are both in seventh. It will not happen like that. But Sun is in seeing Venus in seventh house. That way is a problem. And similarly, Mars. But because of Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, they have three phases. Okay, and Mars seeing fourth, seventh, or eighth, Jupiter fifth, seventh, or ninth, Saturn third, seventh, or tenth. When they see these three houses, then there could be some uncomfortness could be there. So let us see what is the uncomfort from the this perspective as well aspecting. Okay, so when they see aspecting, let me just take you there also. For example, let us see Sun. Sun, you have to see the first house is this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Sun and Moon are friends. Okay, now he's on 1st October. Sun and Moon are friends. So now there is no problem at all. Seventh house. Now let us see the Moon. Moon seventh house, the same thing. Then comes to Mercury. Mercury seventh house. Mercury is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh house Mars. Mars and Mercury are enemies. Correct? Just remember this. I told this graph also before. Mars and Mercury are enemy signs. Okay. So that's the Mercury. What I told you, it is a royal messenger. Is a royal messenger. Communication. Okay. All these things. Tomorrow, just remember this one thing. And Jupiter. Let me just show you to Jupiter also. In case of Jupiter, 5th, 7th, and 9th house. Okay, 5, 7, 9. Remember, Jupiter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Mars, Jupiter are having a aspecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then Mars and Venus are having conjunction, means aspecting. Then Mercury we saw, Mars we saw. So Mars and Mercury having a aspecting actually, and also Saturn also having aspecting. Saturn, if you see 3, 7, 10, 1, 2, 3, 3 Saturn moon having conjunction and also aspecting each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 3, 7, 10. 10 is what? Mercury. So Saturn and Mars are aspecting Mercury. So if you see that also means maybe influencing the tomorrow's judgment. Actually, tomorrow there is judgment also. So announcement. Anything Mercury is aspecting means then some announcement, news driven. Okay, news driven something can happen that will be impacting the markets. So if you see the next week scenario, the only known factor is the news for the judgment of tomorrow, whatever. That will be driving the market for the next 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, being the big day also. So Nakshatra also favoring some big days for Monday, Tuesday, and aspecting also happening on Monday, Tuesday, particularly influencing and the new news. Maybe there is something a news also may come on Wednesday or Thursday, Friday. Or Friday is not there. Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday also can come. But seeing the nakshatra point of view and the aspecting point of view, the no news. So Monday, Tuesday, there could be something big day, any side, what are upside, downside, we have to see. But considering that Saturn moon also, moon is influencing also short-term moves. Moon is not having proper day actually. If you see here on 28th, Saturn moon also conjuncting. So possibly I'm looking at a negative day actually. But anything is possible, positive also is possible. But from the astro perspective, I'm looking at a negative day for Monday and Tuesday. Let us see what is there in the plate. Okay, but stay with the levels and check the midpoint and then trade accordingly. We'll see the midpoint also for the next week. Okay, now we saw the astro perspective. Now let us see the bank nifty. If you see the bank nifty last week, for the last week, 22,271 was the midpoint, and we went below that almost 1,694 points. Below total range is much, but we went 1,860 points. Okay, now you see before that week 1,974, 810 total on the below the midpoints for the last 3 weeks. We got 1,460 points. So for the next week, 21,252 will be the level. This is spot level. So 21,250 above that and 29,92 is a close. So another 300 points move on upside and closing above that. Definitely, I think we should be able to touch a 22,000 minimum without any issues. So try to any dips or something like that. Try to see whether if you can get some 50 rupees options or something, because the problem is we have another 2 days silent days, Wednesday, Thursday. So sudden up comes, then you can make some money there. But option buying, definitely it is not in my game. But you can try this. If it comes a very good up move bounce, then it'd be a very good jackpot. Because of down move, I'm not seeing much actually in the current scenario for Bank Nifty particularly, because Bank Nifty already is built on so much, almost 4,500 points from the top. So now it will look for any retracement at least. So retracement, if it comes at least 22,000, we should be targeting in the Bank Nifty retracement rally. And coming to the Nifty, we saw almost like on the downside, we saw 364 points below the midpoint day for last week, 7th September ending. And then next week, we saw some up move. After the next down move came on the last week, 700 points down move. Now 11,188 is the midpoint for the next week, for till October, 1st October. So it looks like Monday, Tuesday may not be able to breach this 11,188 level. If at all, if something comes, maybe on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is possible. Something on the upside. So just 11,188, remember this. And then for Bank Nifty, spot level 21,252. Both are spot levels. So above this level only, some up move can come for the week ending 1st October. So these are important points you should remember for this week. Nothing else. So hope you have no confusion and everything is clear. Please subscribe and like the channel so that I can bring you with more interesting things and learning videos for you also. Thank you so much.